Today is Matt's big day. He is finally getting a PC upgrade thanks to AMD and Gigabyte.
AMD and Gigabyte was nice enough to sponsor this video and send over their awesome new B850 motherboard and 9070 XT to allow me to build a new gaming PC for my personal rig at home, which has been in due for an upgrade for a bit. We're going from AM4 to AM5, and I couldn't imagine having a better option to do so with today's sponsor. Specifically in this video, we're showcasing the B850 AORUS Elite and Gigabyte RX 9070 XT gaming OC. First with the B850 AORUS Elite, if you're looking for the latest and greatest for an AMD X3D CPU like I did here, this board is perfect to maximize the performance you get with X3D Turbo mode. Can't forget it also comes with cool features like Wi-Fi 7 out of the box, 2.5 gig networking, and it comes in either black or white with a clean aesthetic. And I've been waiting to swap to the 9070 XT for a long time now, the top dog of the RDNA 4 GPUs from AMD. It's a perfect GPU for 1440p and even some 4K gaming with upscaling. And this Gigabyte gaming OC model is perfect with its 3-fan design, clean black aesthetic to match our motherboard, and overall this is going to be perfect for my needs at home. So shout out again to AMD and Gigabyte for sponsoring this video. I'm going all AMD, ladies and gentlemen. This is my personal rig. Let's talk about all the parts that are in this build and why I'd show some of the parts, and then we'll dive into testing to show you guys how this combo performs.
So this build altogether is about a $2,300 build after tax and everything. And of course, to kick things off, 9800X3D. I know right now, Black Friday, you can get the CPU for like $450, and I don't need to explain why he got that. It's with a CPU that I run at home. It's an 8-core 16-thread. It is the best gaming CPU on the market, and for content creation as well, it is freaking chef's kiss. Now to cool the CPU, you need something with a little bit of horsepower. So he got the 360mm Corsair Nautilus. It's about $160, and it has an LCD display. So it's actually not bad because you can actually put GIFs on it, which he's got a cool little, honestly, for some reason it makes me think of Okinos. I don't know what it is, but it's got that ocean vibe, and it looks really sick. It has black fans because as you guys can see, this build is stealthy, no RGB. And as Matt mentioned, he got a really dope board. It is a Gigabyte B850 AORUS Elite Wi-Fi 7, which he just did that video where he upgraded his old network to Wi-Fi 7, so that works out great. It's DDR5, it has 2.5 gigabit built in, which is going to be great for his new internet upgrade, and on top of that, it has so much expansion opportunities. Now the RAM, we put $250 because that is originally what it was worth when we planned this build, but it has gone up because this stuff is crazy. This is the Teamgroup T-Force Xtreem 32 gig kit, 6000 megahertz, CL32, so it's about as good as you can get for still a somewhat decent price, but this stuff's probably more like $350 now if I had to guess, maybe more. DDR5, ladies and gentlemen, and DDR4, just RAM in general, it's gotten pretty expensive. So this build's probably a little bit more at the time of this video going live now. Now for storage, Gen 5, ladies and gentlemen, because Linux is going to have to run really fast. I know he's going to put Linux on this thing. We're looking at a 2TB Teamgroup GC Pro Gen 5 SSD. It looks like it was around $178. I expect these prices to go up a little bit too because, well, storage is also getting more expensive. But yeah, 2TB just single drive is really all you need to install Call of Duty and 3 other games.
Once again, for the GPU, we have the Gigabyte RX 9070 XT Gaming OC. Now, the average price of the GPU is around $700 to about $720. Again, with Black Friday and stuff going on, maybe a little bit cheaper if you do some deal hunting. Use those links down below. But I've been very excited to switch to the 9070 XT even before AMD and Gigabyte approached me for this video because we did a challenge where I swapped to the 9070 for 30 days and I was pretty happy with the performance, but my 5800X kind of held me back here. Now that we have the 9800X 3D that'll allow that 9070 XT to be the bottleneck in this system, and in this situation that's a good thing, I could fully take advantage of all the cool features this GPU has to offer and have a little bit of future proofing with 16 gigs of VRAM. And for me, gaming at 1440p on an OLED monitor at home, that's going to be absolutely perfect. So I'm excited to see with the benchmarks how these two pair together. Now you might notice a trend with this build. A lot of this stuff is stuff that I normally wouldn't recommend the average person go out and buy. The GPU, motherboard, all that stuff, definitely recommend. But some of the stuff is stuff that we've had lying around Toasty Bros HQ, and you know, gotta take advantage of that stuff where I can. This is a 1200 watt power supply in this build. The ASRock SL 1200. You don't need 1200 watts for a PC like this. This power supply is around $140. I think you can get it on sale actually for around $120 right now, which is not horrible for the wattage, but you could really get away with a 750 watt power supply and be perfectly fine with this PC. But I wanted some room for upgrade in the future, and again, it was sitting around Toasty Bros HQ, so you know I was going to use it for this build. Now here at the Toasty Bros, we recommend Okinos a lot for our cases, especially for our budget builds, and it was kind of one of those things where I was trying to figure out which case I wanted to go with, and then I saw the AirCross when it came into our office for an ad spot, and I thought, you know what, it's time for me to put my money where my mouth is. Well, I didn't even buy this, so what am I even talking about? I just used the case that was on the shelf. I'm using an Okinos case, the AirCross, which is a really cool case that has this wood panel up front, again, matching the aesthetics I was trying to go for. I'm moving on from a sticker-bombed RGB PC to this. You guys will see that when I bring the PC home. It is a dramatic shift in terms of cases, but I really like the all-black, no RGB aesthetic. I do have some lighting set up in here where it's a little bit of white lighting on the graphics card, and I think the motherboard has white lighting glow somewhere, so just a little extra lighting here and there, but pretty much I'm going for all stealth here with this PC build, and the case works really well. It's ATX, fits that 360mm radiator perfectly. It has the side-mounting power supply mounting, which is very unique for cable management, and there's a lot of airflow in this with a bunch of fans pre-installed, and they're non-RGB, and coming at $79, I think it's a really good price performance case, especially for those looking for this very specific aesthetic. Now again, this build is pretty expensive, and it's probably gonna keep getting more expensive, especially because of those RAM prices, but I am very happy with how this turned out. But I wanna benchmark some games that I actually play on this PC, show you guys what I'm gonna be doing with it, and then take it back to my home office, do the swap, and show you guys my full setup, because hey, I'm very excited to be switching to all AMD. All right, guys, we are kicking things off with Battlefield 6, which I will say is a game that on my old PC was playable. Don't get me wrong, it was somewhat playable at 1440p, but I was starting to get some CPU bottlenecks with my old 5800X. At times, my FPS would dip below 60 at times because of that. But as you can see here, we ain't gonna have those issues. We're currently running the following settings. We're probably gonna get shot and killed immediately, but that's fine. We're currently on the high preset with some FSR set to balanced at 1440p, which again, I have a 1440p OLED at home, so this is the way I will be playing when I go home. And we're getting 190 FPS, nearly 200. I will say this game uses a lot of RAM. 25 gigs of RAM is currently being used on my system right now. GPU is maxed out. I'm really happy with this system. This is running really, really well. Doesn't keep me alive though. Definitely doesn't keep me alive though, so I'm gonna try to lock in a little bit and see if I can get some kills. VRAM wise, we're using about 11 gigs of VRAM, that 9070 XT, when you have 16 gigs to work with. Really nice benefit to have there. This tank is about to pull up on me, isn't it? I don't see myself ever switching up from 1440p, but in certain games, the 9070 XT could definitely do some 4K gaming as well if I wanted to. This game is gonna look so good at this FPS on my OLED at home. I'm currently using a mini LED and it looks pretty dang good, but man, there's nothing that beats that crispiness of an OLED. And I'm running some upscaling. I don't even need to run upscaling if I want to. I'm pro upscaling at 1440p because it's barely noticeable. But yeah, I don't even need to run upscaling if I don't want to. Can I hit this guy? Oh, whoa! I think I just tried to drop to the floor. All right, I gotta do my medic duties. Oh! No, 84, are you kidding me? Let's get one more life in. I'm just gonna be playing games that I've been playing at home, as far as the benchmarks go, and then at the end, I'll run the usual 3D mark to get a central point. Again, I did pay more for this PC than I probably would have a few months ago, or if you went to like a Micro Center or something, you would definitely get some better deals than I did. I'm really happy with this PC, and I'm just surprised I managed to get myself to actually, build myself a new rig, because for a while there, I was like, yeah, I'm just not interested, but based on this performance, I think it was definitely worth it. Medic. There we go. For the rest of the bad guys. Oh, get down. Comes the medic. I'm the ultra medic. Here we go. It's probably a bad move right here, but let's do it. Oh no, I didn't make it. That's it, team. That is the end of me in Battlefield 6. Running really dang good, so on to another game. All right, guys, we are now in Black Myth Wukong, and I'm currently gonna show you the following settings. So let's go to settings real quick, go to graphics. We're currently running some FSR3 at 75% render scale on very high settings at, make sure we're running 1440p. And we're currently getting, in probably the most demanding part of the game, about 70 to 80 FPS. This game has always been incredibly demanding, and it's been incredibly hard for me to run on my PC at home, but this is definitely an improvement compared to what I was having before. I always had dips below 60 on these settings, and that was running DLSS with some frame gen, so I can even turn on some frame gen and get even more FPS. Let's see, how do I get out of this area again? But yeah, running around about 60 FPS. Again, this is one of my favorite games. I've beaten it many of times. Is actually my multiple playthrough, but I always like to test this game because this is one that really got me back into PC gaming for a little bit. I don't know what it is about this game, but it just got me hooked, and this game looks great, runs, I would say decent. I was expecting a little bit better performance, but I really do think that's just Black Myth Wukong being Black Myth Wukong. and getting about 70-ish FPS. Not too bad. Using about 11 gigs of VRAM, maxing out that GPU. Looks pretty good. I love how much RAM we're using though, 27 gigs of RAM. This game just has no chill, man. This game's just like, yeah, we're gonna use all your resources. Just all of it, doesn't matter. In this economy, 32 gigs of RAM, playing Myth Wukong apparently is not gonna be enough to get you a super, super smooth experience, but we're getting 60 to 70 FPS. I'm not gonna go too much further than this. I just kinda wanna do a quick little test. Let me see if I can get FrameGen to work though. FrameGen in this game is pretty solid. I haven't tried FSR FrameGen though, so let's see what auto FrameGen looks like. Nothing happened. Did it really not do anything? Hold up, let's go to graphics. It's on auto FrameGen, low latency, and it just said, nah, let's just do nothing. I give that is 100% Myth Wukong right there, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, it runs decent. Expected a little better FPS, I'll be honest with you, in this game, but this game is notorious for being kind of rough around the edges, so, you know, it is what it is, but let's go ahead and swap to another game. All right, guys, last game I wanted to test was some Borderlands 4. You know, I'm just playing all the unoptimized titles because apparently these are the games I want to play when I actually get my PC at home. And currently, I'm running the default settings, whatever it's set to. I might actually optimize this a bit. We're on very high, FSR set to quality with no FrameGen. So we're just gonna run this for right now. Let's do it defaulted to, and we're getting about 80 FPS. Realistically, this is still an upgrade over what I had at home. With the 5800X and these really non-optimized like Unreal Engine 5 titles, Borderlands being one of them, it really struggles. So I mean, how much are we pulling right now? 12 gigs of VRAM right now. CPU is getting worked a bit, but the single core performance is definitely helping me out a lot here. I don't know if this is a game I'll totally play through, but I was starting it and I was kind of missing Borderlands, so maybe I'll keep going with it. Maybe the game will get better. I know it's not greatly rated because of how, well, poorly optimized it is, but maybe I'll run through it still and still have a fun time. But yeah, this performance is, I would say, okay. This performance is pretty solid for this game. I mean, seeing how many high-end PCs really struggle with it just because of poor optimization, but I'm pretty happy with it, actually. Ugh. Boom! All right. Just for the fun of it, too, I'm gonna go mess with some FSR upscaling settings. We're on very high right now. Let's run performance, see what kind of FPS we can get with a little FSR performance. Okay, now we're getting closer to 90 to 100 FPS. Feels a lot smoother. You do see a little bit of the FSR-ness that comes into play here, but getting about 90 FPS, not too bad. Now, in this game, I did enjoy the FrameGen implementation. I never really noticed much input lag when running it, so I'm probably gonna try that here in just a second, just to finalize my testing in Borderlands. Let's get that guy. All right, let's go to settings here, and then if we turn on FrameGen, hit apply. There we go. Yeah, 160 FPS. Again, it's FrameGen. There's gonna be a little bit of latency added, but whenever I was playing this game, and again, it being a single player title, I never really felt like I was getting much input lag. I'm not that good of a gamer to really even notice. And it gives me a little extra boost of fluidity when we're already running at acceptable frame rates, 80 to 90 FPS, but if I wanna really take advantage of my monitor at home that is high refresh rate, it's a good idea to run some FrameGen. Oh, I'm not gonna survive this, am I? I'm gonna die. Fight for my life. Oh God, this is not the gun for me to be doing this. Hey, here we go. Where'd everyone go? Oh, there's one. Woo! I'm just gonna tunnel vision on this guy. You guys back up. Oh! Headshots. And we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. Performance is good. I'm really happy with this PC. And to wrap this video up, I think the best way to do this would be just have me take this back home to my setup, set it all up, and do the outro from home. So what we're gonna do is take this PC back home, retire my old beauty, my old sticker bomb PC that served me very, very well, but is now in due of an upgrade. And you guys can see me setting it up, and we'll wrap this video up. All right, guys, we have brought the PC home. Power her up. And while that's turning on, if you guys haven't seen my original build before, this thing right here is a sticker bomb beauty. If you guys seen any of the Linux challenges, you've probably seen a lot of this PC, but if I open it up, You guys can see the inside. We have that 4070 Ti, the 5800X. Still a solid system, don't get me wrong. This is a really good PC, but you know, when I had the opportunity to do the upgrade, I figured, well, why not? Let's definitely do it. Get to DDR5, get to AM5, and also get that 9700X and go all AMD. Because during the Linux challenges, this was definitely a problem. And if I want to do more Linux content, which I do want to do, it will no longer be a problem with my all AMD system. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now set up on the new build. Pardon the mess a little bit. I gotta clean up my setup here, but hey, looking good. I know some people were commenting, asking about this wallpaper, by the way. Pokemon A Lake of Rage, if you're looking for it, it is on Wallpaper Engine, so you can pick that thing up. But hey, I am so excited to have this PC home, and I'm going to be doing some gaming on it. If you guys want some more updates on my whole experience with this graphics card and just this PC as a whole, I'll probably be talking about it in our Discord. So go to discord.gg/toastybros. I tend to hang out there every so often and kind of just talk to people about what I'm working on or what I'm doing. So be sure to do that. And shout out again to Gigabyte AMD for making this build possible. I am very excited to have a nice upgraded PC at home. Messing around with a lot of PCs at work, but I never have gotten the chance to really do a whole new build for myself, and excited to see what kind of games I'm going to be playing on this PC. So once again, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to check out our other two YouTube channels and twitch.tv/toastybros, where I did build this PC live. It took me 2 hours to build live. So if you guys ever want to see stuff before the YouTube channel ever does, go follow our Twitch. I'll see you guys in the next one. Now, building a PC isn't for you and you're looking to get, I don't know, a PC ready to go with great prices and great customer support, PCBros.tech, our PC business, where you can buy a pre-built PC today. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.